wish I can watch LeBron play before he retires. But
Same, even I want to watch Curry before he retires.
Yeah. And I'll try to get them to India. I'll go and I'll be like, guys, please, come to India, come to India.
go with them.
Welcome to Buckets N Banter, guys, where we talk to people about sports.
Welcome back to the next episode, the 11th episode of Buckets N Banter. And in today's episode of Buckets N Banter, we have two very special guests. One being Dheeraj Reddy and the next being Sumanth. These two players are one of the best players I've played against or with. Dheeraj and I used to play on a very regular basis back in Sahakar Nagar, and he used to I still haven't been able to win a proper game against him, so that still bugs me a lot. And Sumanth, and I have met Sumanth in a lot of tournaments, and Sumanth and Dheeraj, I must say, are few of the most humble basketball athletes I've met in my time of playing basketball completely. Both of them have been very successful. Sumanth has played for Bengaluru in the FIBA Challenger in 3x3 in South Korea. He's also played a Challenger in Goa, both of them in 2023. He's the FIBA India ranked number 2 player. Dheeraj has represented Karnataka in various scenarios. He's the national bronze medalist, All India Inter-University golden medalist, Khelo India bronze medalist. And very recently, he also backed the Team India training camp, which is a huge deal. So, welcome Dheeraj and Sumanth. How do you guys feel like to be on Buckets N Banter?
Thank you for the opportunity, Joe. I've been watching your podcasts all over, and you're doing a very good job.
Thanks, man.
And once before you leaving, you told me like you're going to do a very good job on basketball when you come back to India.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah, we're waiting and hoping for that.
I will be back soon. Sumanth, how do you feel?
Hi, thank you for the very flattering introduction. This is my
You're
first
welcome.
time being on a podcast, and I'm happy. And I'm happy that we're doing something related to basketball.
This is the best podcast platform for you guys to be in. Don't worry, guys. But before we get into the podcast and get to know you guys, I want to give a small explanation as to why I wanted you both to be the first guests in terms of Indian basketball in the podcast. Also because I first thing know you guys. So that makes it easier for me to actually have a conversation with you guys. And secondly, I have come into during my academic year, during my master's program, I came with this term called social identity theory, which basically meant that people need something to identify with. Like in case, the best example I could give in the scenario is Kobe Bryant. People identified with his work ethic and looked up to his work ethic, and that's why Kobe has, even after R.I.P. Kobe, even after his death, people have still been very still appreciated Kobe's efforts and everything to bring basketball to where it is right now. And what I believe is the way Indian basketball can actually take the next step or go to the next level is if we give more attention to the players in Indian basketball, which is you, Dheeraj, which is you, Sumanth. And if we give Indian basketball fans something to look forward to, some player which they can relate to or just get to know better and just see how their day-to-day lives are, that is you both, I think they could identify with you guys better, and that would result in better engagement with Indian basketball with Indian fans. So that's my reason for the podcast, and I hope you guys are ready for it. So
Yes.
first, I would just let's start with the most basic and nice question: is that how did you both get into basketball, and why do you guys love playing basketball? So I would start with Dheeraj.
Okay, so I used to play football like
Okay.
from sixth grade to ninth grade,
Okay.
and then our football coach left.
Okay.
So
Of
so in ninth summer, I had nothing to do, and there was free coaching for basketball
Okay.
in school.
Okay.
And plus, his name is Mr. Meekin, our coach.
Okay.
He's no more. He passed away like 2-3 years back.
Ouch. Sorry about that.
Yeah. So he's like very strict and super strict, and he's very dedicated. Everyone calls him the Wolf.
The Wolf. Okay.
Yeah. So
But actually a
because
good
of him,
nickname.
because of him, I went and joined basketball.
Okay.
So that whole summer, what, we didn't do anything except for shooting underboards. For one whole month, we just kept shooting underboards and
Man,
running.
that must have
Yeah.
been boring a little bit.
Yeah, I thought I made a mistake that time. I'm like, why did I join? Just shoot underboards the whole month.
Damn.
Yeah,
Okay.
but then later on, then the first NBA game I watched was Curry playing,
Yeah.
and he
And
dropped like 38 points or something.
okay.
That's when I just fell in love with the sport. That's when I wanted to become better.
See, the best part is this is what I want. Like, I feel like if Indian fans have some Indian athlete to look for, like you had Steph Curry, and Sumant, if I'm not
Yeah.
wrong, LeBron James. Yeah. Yeah. So like you like for me also it's Steph Curry. Like I have Steph Curry to look forward to, look up to, see his work ethic, learn from his work ethic, and there's so much information about those players as compared to Indian basketball players not having any information about who they are as people. They just are called just basketball players. So that's why perfect. Sumant, why did you start basketball? Let's see.
Oh, I used to play cricket, just like a billion other Indian people do.
Of course.
This was in my 10th grade as well.
Okay.
So one of our he got a basketball. One day he shows up to play cricket with a basketball.
Okay.
And after the cricket session, we all decide we'll go shoot some hoops.
Okay.
Right? That's the first day of me playing basketball, man. And we just play. He introduced us to this new games like Poison, if you know Poison.
Oh, the most epic basketball game to start off with.
Yeah, Poison and playing alley.
Yeah.
And stuff like that. So my home court, we had two courts, one small court and another big court, right?
Yeah.
So just like Reddy, my 6 months, my almost a year was playing Poison, Alley, and just
But I think it's your first month is better than Reddy's first month of just doing underboards. So that's for sure.
Yeah. So
But,
it continued like that for me. And then, like I told you, on the bigger court, there used to be my seniors, my current seniors, who used to in the evenings.
Okay.
After we played, we used to sit and watch them play, and that's what for the game. I would like to mention two particular players. One is Bharat Bruce. I don't know if you guys know about him. He used to be a tank of a man, bro. He used to go dunk the ball on both sides of the court, and that's what inspired me, to start playing. I wanted to play there with them. That's how it started.
Yeah. That's beautiful because I love that because I think everyone has had that one person to look for. And to be very
Absolutely.
fair, one of the persons I have looked up to is actually Dheeraj. Okay. Because dude, because I used to go play in Sakanagar every day, and Dheeraj was always there. He is always training. And I haven't seen, we haven't practiced too much. You only come to Saka probably 2-3 times when I've been there. But this man Dheeraj is just a beautiful shooter. He's a beautiful passer. You want to be in his team. You always, because if you're free, he will find you. And that was the best part about his game. So I always looked up to his game in a way that he has, I felt like a very whole game, and with his personality, his very friendly attitude, it just makes it easier to play with him. So thanks Dheeraj for giving me someone to look up to in basketball.
Most welcome.
Yeah. But when we add to that question, I want to get into the part where Indian basketball hasn't been the best in terms of providing opportunities for its players. And I would say that you guys have been extremely, extremely patient with opportunities, because nowadays I think there are more opportunities coming ahead. Like we have the National Star Basketball League, which is going to be the first professional league, and then we have the INBA League as well. So we have professional leagues coming up now, and especially because the National Star Basketball League received an investment which is mind-boggling of 216 crores, if I'm not wrong, which is
I actually have it pulled up.
Yeah, I think it's 216 crores. And that will convert to 20 million pounds.
For seven years.
for 7 years, and that I think is a lot of money. Which I'm very excited for this, because for the first time so much money has been invested into basketball,
Yeah.
and you guys are, I feel, if anyone would play, I think you guys would be one of the few players who would be taken into consideration. So how do you guys feel that professional leagues are coming into India and more opportunities are coming for players like you guys?
So see, like it, the Indian players, I feel personally, like we all are going to improve only if we play against foreign players.
Yeah, for sure.
So what they're going to do in the league is they're going to get, like, for each team they're going to get like 2 or 3 foreign players.
Yeah.
So obviously they'll be way better than us physically. Their game sense,
Yeah.
like it's normal. And so when we play against them and their culture and how they work out, so when we keep playing every day against them, obviously
Yeah.
we tend to get better.
Of course.
Yeah. So that's when Indian basketball, like the Indian national team, I feel will become better.
Yeah.
Because see, like I agree, like when I attended the India camp, it was like for like 1.5, 2 months. The
Okay.
training was intense, like amazing. Like I had never trained like that before.
Okay.
And all of them, when you play against the Indian players, like the current Indian team, they're amazing. Their offense, their defense is like you never imagine them to be like so good. They're like very
Yeah.
good. But why they're lacking when they go abroad is because the foreign players are much better, and their physicality and whatever we can't match.
Yeah.
So when we're playing with them, like on a daily time period, then obviously we'll also get to
Adapt to the whole situation. Yeah. Better.
exactly. Yeah, I think so, because this league opening up is very good. Hopefully it
Perfect.
clicks out, because like 7-8 years back, there was UBA.
Yeah.
It was an amazing season. It was like it had 3 seasons.
Yeah.
And it was broadcasted on ESPN, which is amazing for basketball.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
Oh, I actually didn't know that.
players were getting paid. The C class players were getting paid like 40-50 grand.
Okay.
Travel, everything was taken care of back 7-8 years back, I'm talking about.
Wow.
Yeah. And
So maybe this could be the future as well once again.
yeah. So that league got banned by BFI.
Yeah.
Yeah. So but this league is by BFI,
So that's a good thing. Good sign.
Yeah, that's a good thing.
Nothing's getting banned over here in this scenario.
Yeah, that's a good sign.
Yeah. What about you, Sumanth? Are you excited for the NSBL?
Oh, National Star Basketball League. Yes,
Yeah,
yes,
National
I'm
Star
super
Basketball.
excited.
I just abbreviated it.
Yeah, man. I don't. So there's, like we know, there's clashes between INBL and BFI going on right now.
Yeah.
Like Reddy said, the concept of these foreign players. If you go back and watch the interview given by the CEO of INBL, he actually said that there'll be cap space for two of the NRIs to come play for one of our teams, right?
Yeah.
So as of now, I don't think we're sure if Star Basketball League is also going to allow, if Reddy can confirm,
For
foreign players, like you said.
that's what
No,
they
I think
told.
foreign players
Two-
are there. There
Are
are
there
foreign players in the team. Yeah.
2 or 3 per team?
Yeah. And
Okay, that's great then.
yeah, because just to add on that, this is what I have noticed. Even though the UK is not the most big on basketball culture, like they have a basketball culture. It's the second most played sport in the UK as well, but they still don't have, like, they have struggles with their professional league. They have struggles with a lot of scenarios in basketball. But what I've noticed is that people here, when they play basketball, they actually fall into the culture of basketball. Everyone here who's playing basketball really loves the sport, and even they have the National Basketball League over here, which has Division 1, Division 2, Division 3, which is pretty nice, because every team over there, they have a very good coach. Everyone has good coaches. They play, and they have good practice sessions, at least 2 practice sessions every week, then tournaments every matches every Saturday, and they play a very good form of organized basketball, which I think that India really lacked when it came to organized basketball. Because even like when we play a lot of the custom, so what is the tournament, the State Basketball Association tournaments in Karnataka as well, I don't think we play a lot of organized basketball. We play off of our the IQ that we have built upon is what we play on. We
True.
don't play set plays and everything. Which what are your thoughts on that? Having more organized way of playing. Do you think
I
that is
think,
missing from Indian basketball?
yeah, like they do that a lot, like in the Indian team,
Okay.
organized basketball. But that culture has to start with the youngsters. Like
Exactly. Yeah.
when you're starting from your roots, like like otherwise, it's if whatever pickup ball any of the teams plays is just freelance.
Yeah.
Like imagine working in a system from your young age, like when you're learning how to like when you're learning how to shoot
Yeah.
layups and everything. Imagine you know how to system, when to space out, when to pick and roll, when to cut.
Yeah.
It's going to make the game so much more easier, right?
Exactly.
You don't have to learn that thing. Like I've learned all this spacing freelance when I got into Karnataka State Camp.
Okay.
Leaving shooting apart, everything, your skill, whatever. I learned that after getting to the state camp.
Yeah.
So that's one additional thing you have to learn and get the experience, like 2-3 years. It takes more time. So imagine learning it when
When
you're
you're
learning, yeah,
yeah.
when you're starting. That's
That's
what
true.
that's what all the foreign countries do, right? They teach
Yeah.
them that with the skill.
Exactly. Someone, do you have any thoughts on that?
Yeah, like you said, that becomes the main differentiator when you compete with somebody from another country or another developed basketball country,
Yeah.
right? And what I feel is, us Indians, we are in a well. We think
Okay.
what we are playing here is everything.
Yeah.
That's because there's no exposure.
Yeah.
Like you said, we play division leagues in Karnataka.
Yeah.
What after this? What after
Yeah.
this? There's nothing to look forward to. And going
Yeah.
back to your question of how the league is going to improve the players, or develop the sport in the country, like you ask in my street, nobody knows about basketball. Only
Yeah.
when it is televised, only when the players are into it and they're making something financially, that's
Yeah.
when the sport is
Yeah.
going to develop,
People. Yeah.
right?
Definitely.
Yeah,
So
and
I
that's
think.
how grassroots development is also going to start.
Yeah.
At some point, people need to be like, yes, this is a sport, we can watch it.
Yeah. Because in that regard itself, I have always had faced this problem that because I'm sure that you both have been in multiple teams, right? Multiple different
Yeah.
teams. Could you? So I want you guys to, if you guys could give me a number of teams you've been in, and amongst those teams, how many teams where you are there, where you actually practice set plays, practice an organized way of basketball, create multiple plays. Like, how many teams did you guys get into which did that?
So I think the Karnataka team
Okay.
and Jain University.
Okay.
So only these two teams I've been, like, we use set plays and stuff.
Wow.
So
That's
all the other teams I played for 3-on-3, whatever, we never had set plays. It's just freelance. We just based on each person's skill,
yeah.
or we either drive in or kick out.
Yeah.
So it's basically based much more on skill and defense. That's it.
And Sumanth, for
And
you?
when it's coming, like when you're saying organized offense, there's so much more in defense, organized defense. I had to
Exactly.
learn that also.
Yeah.
Like even learning defense in a system is much harder.
I can imagine that completely because I came and trained here with a Division 2 team, Division 3 team, and
Yeah,
they had a lot of set plays, a
yeah,
lot of set plays, and I was just I got in the system and I was like, how do I, like, because the thing is I need to, because I have practiced set plays in my university,
hmm,
but that was also not regularly. It was right
yeah,
like 2 weeks before the tournament. My coach used to come and we used to practice set plays, and most of the plays were just meant for me to
hmm,
go and perform. And
okay,
so I, like, there was never a scenario where what you could do out of those set plays. If this position
yeah,
is this play is happening, how could you develop this play? How could you implement it in your game and just move on from that play if that play does not happen properly? So all of these things, just because we haven't been, I feel like as Indian basketball players, we haven't been exposed to from like from our early development stages, is
true,
another reason why I feel a lot of Indian players have struggles when they go to overseas to play professional leagues. Like we had Satnam Singh, we had Amjot Singh who played for G League, and Satnam who played for Sacramento in the NBA. But I think that they also didn't probably have enough exposure of how organized basketball is played. So maybe that could have been one of the reasons why they struggled over there. So,
True.
Sumant, what are your thoughts on just having all of this in the picture?
Very true. What you said is right. But then I'll also like to point out one thing that
Yeah.
you consider a team. You asked me how many teams I've played for. I started with playing for Young Bulls. There's this club called Young Bulls.
Which has
Then
been the
I played.
winning team in
No,
Association
no.
Cup for a long. Oh, that's sorry.
That's
Young Orions.
That's Young
Yeah.
Orions.
Yeah.
Yep, I
Sorry.
started. No problem. I started off with Young Bulls. Then after my under 18, I switched to RBC, Team RBC, Rajkumar
Okay.
Basketball Club.
Yeah.
Then I went to Young Orions,
Okay. And
where we won the A Division and Association Cup.
and in any of those teams, were you practicing set plays, organized plays?
Yes, only in Young Orions we had a couple of plays, and then
Okay.
when just to mention, when we went to Korea to play the Challenger, we had a lot of set plays because
Oh, you guys did.
like
Okay.
yeah, we did have a lot of set plays, and back in India when we played in Goa also, we had a lot of set plays because you can't beat them. You can't go up and challenge that I'm going to take him 1-on-1. It's not
Yeah.
that simple.
Yeah.
Their defense is super strong. Their physicality you'll never expect.
Yeah.
They come out with so much force, and it comes to them naturally.
Yeah.
Like for me personally, if I want to play physical, I have to get it in my mind.
Yeah.
I'm going to play physical.
Yeah.
It's not like that for them. It comes naturally. That's how they play ball, right? And talking about the system, you need a set of players who are ready to accept their roles.
Yes.
There should be roles on the team.
Yeah.
Like I'm a center, you're a point guard. You do your role, I'll do my role.
Yeah.
But if you see here, there's no roles like that. Everybody wants to do everything. Everybody wants
Yeah.
to take the last shot. Everybody wants to handle the ball. It's never going to work like that. Right?
And I think that majorly comes down to the fact that we haven't given off the right amount of education when it came to basketball. When it comes to
Exactly.
basketball,
True.
because only if because the thing is, everyone just starts imagining if I can score, our team can win, and that's everyone cannot be a scorer in a team. There needs to be roles
Exactly.
that needs to be assigned to every player, which I feel like only with the right amount of education about the sport would people actually understand it. Because as of now, my
100%.
understanding of this is just I watch NBA and I follow the best player. Okay, and I'm like, oh, Steph Curry scores every point. I also want to be like Steph Curry, but not everyone can be Steph Curry. That's the thing
True.
that everyone needs to understand. So,
Can I add on to that also?
yes, yeah, definitely.
So what happens in India? So you doesn't matter how many rebounds you take, doesn't matter how many steals you get, doesn't matter
Yeah.
what kind of defense you're playing. In the end of the day, it's just your points being shown.
Yeah,
So how many points you scored? That's it.
Yeah.
No one cares if you take 10 rebounds. So
Yeah.
when that's happening, all the players just want to score.
yeah,
They want to be highlighted.
yeah,
Imagine when they start showing rebounds, assists,
yeah,
steals. Obviously, people do that.
yeah. The more the
hopefully-
stats come into the picture, yeah,
Yeah, exactly. The more stats, because everyone wants to be on the limelight, right?
yeah,
And it's only everyone just showing the points. Imagine
Yeah.
they start showing defensive rebounds, defensive steals, assists. Obviously, people are going to play much better.
that's true. I think that's so. Let's hope that National Star Basketball League implements all of these things, gets all of the stats into the picture, gives enough recognition and enough credit to players who play their best, because it's difficult to be a pro athlete in a sport which hasn't had too many futuristic opportunities. Like, you don't have too many opportunities where it's very difficult to continue. Because I personally, I think, like, I would have loved, if we had a professional league, I would have loved to grind it out, but I just felt like I needed to do what was right for me, and what was right for me was try to help fix basketball. First, learn how to learn the business side of basketball, the business side of the sport, and then hopefully try to make the better changes for Basketball India. That's how I came across the sport. And you guys are players. You guys have experienced everything, all the harsh realities of the sport, all the good realities of the sport, and you guys still train very hard. That's why I want to add on to the next part of the question, which being, what is your training schedule like? I've always been curious about this. What is your training schedule like? So I would like to start with Dheeraj.
So my training schedule, Would be like mainly it'll be shooting one session, gym,
Okay.
and if not shooting, it'll either be skill workout.
Okay.
So basically more of ball handling,
Okay.
and then game in the
So
evening.
how many hours in a day do you usually train?
So I'll tell you, when during COVID I used to train like 6 to 7.
6. Damn. That's
Yeah,
beautiful.
in COVID, that's when I think my game like changed.
Okay.
So 6 to 7 hours a day.
Okay. And Sumanth, what about for you?
Yeah, it's pretty much the same, bro. So early morning is going to be a skill workout.
Yeah.
If I miss the skill workout, it's probably a shooting workout.
Okay.
And then in the afternoon, I try to hit the gym.
Okay.
So weights for another 2 hours max.
Okay.
3 hours in the morning, 2 hours in the afternoon, and then in the evening I just try to get a pickup in
Okay.
for
And
another 2 to 3 hours.
okay. Oh wow. So you guys. So the thing is, that's the thing. If people start understanding how much effort you guys actually put into the sport, the amount of work you're putting into the sport right now is the amount of work I would put into my job. I would work 8 hours a day. You guys are basically playing 7 to 8 hours a day, which is insane. And the credit you guys get for that is not enough, is what I believe. But when it comes to this, I also want to ask, what do you think if you had more opportunities, would you like to include in the sport, like in your training schedule? What are the few things that you think that would help you in your sport, just to train to be the better versions of yourself?
Okay, so when we're training, we train only on outdoor courts,
Okay.
concrete, which is very, very harsh on your knees, your
Yeah. Of
body.
course. Yeah.
You can't like give your 100%, because
Yeah.
if you can give your 100% in a day and the next day your legs will be sore.
Yeah.
So first I would say indoor courts, wooden courts.
Yeah. That.
Second thing is I think diet is like very important.
Okay.
Obviously, like, see, I can't come and ask my mom, do this, do that, do this.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's going to belt me.
Yeah.
Like, she and I think recovery.
Yeah.
So we train hard, I agree, but where is the recovery to the body?
Yeah.
Like, no ice baths,
Yeah.
massages. What food we have to take?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're not sleep, enough sleep.
Okay.
Sleep is the only recovery we do.
Which is nice.
Yeah, but
Fair. And
I feel it's personally is not enough for the body.
no. Yeah.
Because yeah, and when you're at the gym and after doing so many sessions, you're like, we have to train. We can't
Yeah.
just hit the gym and rest.
Yeah.
And like, you're not going to gain muscle if you continuously keep running.
Yeah. That's true.
Yeah. So
And
many
one
things.
more thing is that I think genetically Indians are not that well gifted
Yeah, they're not.
as compared to a lot of people who have. I kid you not. The first day I came here, I went to a park to play basketball,
Mhm.
and there were these big men, bro, big men, and the fear was real. Now, because honestly, because I've come and played here, my game has improved, and I think I can stand so much better in India now because like I've improved my drop step exponentially. Now my footwork has become so much better because now I have to navigate around people jumping vertically like probably 40 inches,
Yeah.
and I'm just like, I need to know how to get myself around those situations. So yeah. So, and Sumant, what about for you? What would you prefer adding, if there was anything to add to your training schedule with the right amount of infrastructure?
Nutrition and recovery, two of the most important things.
Yeah.
However
Okay.
hard you train,
Yeah.
if you're not able to wake up the next morning and go back and do the same thing again, no point,
Fair.
right?
Yeah.
Nutrition, I would say recovery on top.
But okay, that's fair.
Like
And
getting in physios who can, do treatment before pre-workout,
yeah,
post-workout, stuff
hopefully
like that.
hopefully all of this can start once we have our new professional
Yeah.
leagues coming into the picture, and
Yeah.
hopefully every team should be having, with this much investment into the system, I think teams should be having a nutritionist, physiotherapist, a conditioning coach or something. I think all of this will hopefully come up, and I think that is something that is very important for our coming league. And but I think one part of the thing that I really want to get into is Deepu Nihang. which is a team both of you guys play for. And from everything that I've seen on Instagram and all, the culture seems amazing. You guys want to expand
Joe,
on that? Yeah.
Difu. It's spelled Difu.
Difu.
Oh, it's Difu.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Okay.
Yeah, even we
Okay.
thought it was Deepu in the beginning,
Yeah.
but then
Okay.
our owner is like, it's Deepu, it's not Deepu.
Okay, fair. Deepu Niang, do you guys want to talk about the culture of Deepu Niang and how basketball is over in the northeastern parts of the country, in Mizoram to be specific, right?
Yeah.
Assam.
Okay, Assam. Okay.
Deepu is a place in Assam, and yeah,
Okay.
so
And how's the culture of basketball over there? Because I had a conversation with someone saying that it's actually a very enjoyable place and a better culture, I felt.
Amazing culture. Do you know Lalrina by any chance?
I mean, I followed him on Instagram, yeah.
Yeah, they have posters of him all over Mizoram.
What?
Yeah,
Are you serious? Wow.
yeah.
That
Like how LeBron has posters all over Lakers, he has
Yeah.
posters in Mizoram like that.
Wow. So that means
Yeah.
people over there actually really do like the sport of basketball.
Yes, I
And-
think
and-
in India the Mizoram league has like the most hype and
Yeah.
crowd.
I've seen videos of on
Yeah.
Instagram, like people just
yeah, it's
screaming
blowing
at the
up.
top of their lungs. Looks like like a whole anime scenario going on, a huge stadium, and people are
Yeah.
just cheering with their chants and everything.
Joe, you won't believe this. That's the highest paid, league in India right now.
In India, yeah. highest
How
paid.
much do players get paid over there?
A lot.
I'm not sure, like, but they get paid a lot.
Okay. I just text me the amount later because I really want to know. Okay. But so players do get paid in the leagues over there.
Yeah,
They
and
do.
they only prefer tall guys like from outside Assam
Yeah.
because all their players like are short. They don't take
Yeah.
short players, so they
Okay.
only take centers mostly, or they get foreign players.
Oh.
They have players from America, US flying just to
Yeah,
play this league, man.
yeah.
Australian
It's mad.
players.
And so in regards to that, what do you think BFI probably or just any other organizing body in India for basketball could learn from the leagues over there? Do you have any pointers that you would think that they could implement which could make it better?
We don't know. Like once this league starts, everyone's just hoping for this league to start.
Someone's just like, I don't
As far as I know,
but don't you think that this is like later on? I think basketball would reach a certain level where people start understanding what the problems in the sport are, and only if we actually address the problems is when things start to improve.
I
So-
agree, Joe. The
100%
thing
very
is,
true.
the thing is now in India or even in Karnataka, the basketball levels nowhere. Okay, where do you think it stands now in Karnataka, the basketball level?
On a scale of 1 to 10, as compared to other states where I've been, I would say Karnataka is a 6.
Okay, 6. Okay, in ranking in 6, there's so much politics going on now.
Yeah,
Imagine once basketball reaches a higher level.
yeah,
Imagine what more is going to happen, what more players have to face.
yeah.
Yeah, so we really don't know. Now itself, there's like so much politics and everything.
Okay.
Yeah, like imagine what all the players have to face when actually the league comes up.
That's true. But I think what I would like to add to that is that once a league shows up, once a league is there, things become more open. The whole communication process becomes more open, and especially because social media has come into the picture, people have voices. So
Yeah.
I'm hoping, like that's what the reason for my podcast is, that I want to voice the thoughts of our Indian players. And until and unless we don't really voice our opinions on what the things will, and of course I'll cut that part, don't worry. But I think till the time we don't voice the thoughts that we have, I don't think people could understand or take any learning curves from that. But let's hope for the best for the future of.
the whatever point you told, like that even the current Indian players
Yeah.
want to voice out
Yeah.
whatever they have, want to play whatever league they want, but they're not
Yeah.
able to.
Ah.
Yeah.
And Joe, imagine being an Indian player, you're not able to voice your opinions out. Imagine
Yeah,
someone like
imagine.
Reddy or I, who are not employed. We're not employed. We're looking for employment through sports opportunities.
Yeah.
And I have
You
a
found.
family to feed.
Yeah.
In another 3-4 years, my parents are not going to be okay with me just going to practice every day 6-7 hours a day. Like you said, you work 8 hours a day, and
Yeah.
at the end of the month you're getting paid.
Yeah.
What am I getting out of this? My parents are going to ask me that question.
Exactly.
What am I
Of
going to
course.
say? Right?
Yeah.
Yes, it comes down to the financial part in the end, right?
Yeah. True.
So as long as I don't have a stable, confirmed job that is going to put food on my table, I won't be ready to, voice out and go against anybody. For me, my
Fair.
family is important. Why
No,
would
I
I?
respect that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Understandably so. Okay. So now just to come into a lighter part, I think we have had a very serious discussion in the last 5 minutes. To get to know, like I do the segment in my this thing. It's a dead or alive. Okay, 3 people of your choice from any historical era that you would want to sit down and have a dinner with, dead or alive. Who would those 3 people be? Starting with Sumanth this time.
Okay. So just basketball or
Anything, like whoever you find inspirational, anyone you find to be one of your motivational person, like anything. You just want to have a conversation because you find like they're interesting. People in the past have said Genghis Khan and all of them. So just to know, like, it could be anyone.
It's LeBron James, bro.
One is LeBron James. And I need a reason for all those players as well. First, you name the 3 players,
Okay.
and then reasons for the 3 players after.
I'll tell you, why would I include 2 other people when I have LeBron James one-on-one?
Fair, okay. No, but then 2 other players are needed. Not players, anyone.
That's a tough question. I'll have to think about it.
Yeah.
I don't know. Nobody crosses my mind as much as LeBron does. Right? As soon as you spoke that question out, it's
Yeah.
LeBron James.
Just LeBron just coming to your head. Okay.
I don't have to think about it. Yeah.
Do you guys want to know something very cool? There's a showcase game happening in London, USA
Okay.
versus South Sudan, and I'm going for that.
Oh damn!
I'm going to get to see LeBron James and Steph Curry play, dude.
Oh
My
damn!
dream coming true.
That's amazing.
Shit, that's
Yeah,
amazing. Yeah.
But don't worry,
Imagine the aura popping out of the arena.
I can't imagine until I've been there. I can't imagine until I've been there. But don't worry, I'll get them
That's
to India as well.
really-
Don't worry, guys. I got you guys. I'll get them to India.
Man, I wish I can watch LeBron play before he retires, bro.
Same. Even I want to watch Curry before he retires.
Yeah. And I'll try to get them to India. I'll be like, guys, please, come to India. Come to India.
Go with a huge poster.
Huge poster. Yeah.
Coming here from India. But okay. And Dheeraj, do you want to say your 3 DOAs? It could be anyone.
So Curry, obviously,
Yeah.
and Jordan.
Okay.
Like I think that's where I learned my mid-range game from him.
Okay.
One more. I think it's my knitted teammate, Pavan.
Okay.
Oh, his name is Pavan Preet. Yeah, he's no more. He met with an accident. It's been a year since he passed away. Yeah. So
Okay.
him. Like
That's
yeah,
beautiful.
he's like there's one thing common between you and him. Like
Okay.
you both are always so positive.
Yeah.
Like Sumanth, like it's going to, like when you go to Sakanagar, we know for sure it's going to rain. But Joe's like, no, bro, no way. It's going to start raining, but Joe's like, no chance. It's going to last for 5 minutes. Like even Joe's very positive, and even Pavan.
I know this part about PP is so true. Yeah.
Yeah, it's always so positive.
That's nice to hear. But
Yeah.
Suman, do you want to finish with another 2 for your DOA list?
Not really, man. I would not spend time with anybody else.
Other than LeBron
I'll
James.
just,
Suman is
I'll just do a one-on-one with LeBron, bro.
Perfect. That sounds great.
Probably a photographer and a videographer to cover everything.
Of course. Gotta get that social media engagement in the picture. Okay. That's glad to hear. And I think with this we're coming to the end of our podcast, and I think this conversation was great, a great start to what Indian basketball could be in the future if we just start talking about basketball. I think the more conversations there are about basketball, the more better it is for Indian basketball in general. I hope you both enjoyed being in the 11th episode of Buckets and Banter, and I really, I'm so grateful for you guys to show up for being the first Indian players who actually Indian basketball players who showed up to my podcast. I'm really grateful, and I hope you guys had a good experience. Yeah.
Thank you so much for the opportunity, Joe. And this is my first podcast. Even Sumanth's, yeah. We never sat and spoke about basketball actually in this depth.
Yeah. I'm
It's-
glad that we could do it. And the thing is, I'm telling you guys that this podcast is going up, only up. It's not going. It's only going better. It's going to become better and better. And I have big goals for this
Looking forward.
podcast. I have big goals for Indian basketball and the podcast altogether, which I can tell you guys after we end this podcast, so that it's not out there. But
Okay.
I'm so grateful for you guys to show up, and I'm really grateful, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. And that was the end of the 11th episode of Buckets and Banter. Have a good day. Do you guys want to say anything to your viewers actually who stuck around till now? Anything one-liners? Sumanth, Dheeraj?
Oh, great podcast. It was very enjoyable. Great first time.
Yeah,
Perfect.
amazing
Yeah.
first time.
Hope you can get LeBron James to India, man.
Hopefully, I can get LeBron James to India and Steph Curry to India.
Yeah, Steph Curry.
Yeah.
Don't forget Joe.
For
Steph
sure,
Curry
for
above
sure.
Steph
LeBron.
Curry's main priority, then I'll
Yeah,
think about other
exactly.
players.
Think about other players.
Anyways,
Yeah, it was great,
That's
man.
Buck-
Good talking about basketball. It was really nice.
yeah.
Yeah,
Perfect.
Looking
and
forward
you're doing
for
an
more.
amazing job.
Thank you, man. So that would be Buckets and Banter 11th episode signing off.